Hello everyone and welcome back to another GTA Online video where today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Rockstar Creator. Now this is the thing that allows you to make game modes or like races, death matches and all that kind of stuff. It's not the Rockstar editor which allows you to make videos. So yeah, I've already got a video on that, so click here if you want to see that. But for now I'm going to show you how to use the Creator. So to use the Creator you have to be in online and then go to online and then Creator. Easy as that. Now for the purposes of this video I'm going to create a simple race. So let's create, well, we can create a stunt race, a land race, sea race and an air race. So I think for this video I'm just going to create a bog standard land race. So the first thing we need to do is go to placement. Now we place a trigger first before anything else because this is the most important thing of the race. This is where people gather up to actually like play the race. So if we plant a trigger here in front of this nice looking building, whatever it is, a school, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, there's our trigger placed. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look on the map you can clearly see it there. So anyways, now that we've placed the trigger, we can now place everything else. So the first thing we want to do is place checkpoints. Now this is the start of the race where all the cars gather up and honk their horns and talk bad words to each other. But anyways, yes. So if we place that here, oh, you can also change the amount of cars in the race. You can have it like an immense Grand Prix or something like that, but for this I'm just going to make an 8-car race because I don't care. Anyways, so now we start placing the trigger points. These 3 cars behind give a sort of visual representation of where the cars would spawn if, say, the player has to respawn, like they got stuck on the roof, or they exploded, or they got destroyed by someone else. So yeah, this is where the cars inevitably spawn when they have to reset. So let's place a checkpoint here, and now you'll see that from the start line to trigger point 1 we have a line, so that's kind of like where the cars have to go. So you can kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. We're creating or drawing out the race course. Now one thing you need to keep in mind when you create races, it has to be at least 1 mile long, otherwise it won't work. So as you can see, I've got an exclamation mark on the bottom right of the screen. Basically it's saying my race isn't long enough, I need to make it longer. Now I'm 0.99 of a mile, so I need to make a minor edit to one of my checkpoints. Yeah, 1 mile. Can we make it exactly 1 mile? Yeah, 1 mile. So here we are, we now have a racetrack that is exactly 1 mile, the bare minimum that you need to have a valid race. Now, we've created the course. Now, what else can we do? Well, let's put some props in. So we've got a whole bunch of props here. You can just move them around using the thumbsticks, use the shoulder buttons to rotate it. I must add that when you rotate objects, they move at the speed of sound. It's insane. I don't know why they had to make it move so fast, but if you want precise control over what you're placing, you can do this little trick where you place it roughly where you want it, and then you go to advanced options, override position, and then use override. Now the camera will no longer move said object, but instead these coordinates, or I don't know, positioning thing numbers, will move it instead. So what I want to do is create a sort of tunnel using this thing. So normally you can't move objects under the ground, but with override position that's easy. You simply change the numbers and there you go, you got a little tunnel thing going on there. Alright, so you go back and then into the main menu of the props, and you must press the A button or the place button, whatever you're using, to actually place the prop. Otherwise, when you go out of the menu, you're going to be disappointed to find that the prop will just disappear. Anyways, so let's see what else we can put in. Oh yes, booster pads, those are always good. I think I'll just use the normal placement to put these down. Yeah, that looks good. So a little tunnel there and some boosters there, that'll be good. At least for the tutorial. So anyways, now that we've done that, we need to fill out all of the criteria to make a valid race. We've got an exclamation mark here, so we need a lobby camera. So we can just take a picture of anything. It doesn't really matter, it doesn't do much. It's just a picture for players to look at, to like get an idea of what to expect in the race, but this is just a street race, so you can't really do much there. So yeah, we've got a lobby camera now. We've done the checkpoints. We've done all of that stuff. Now we need to, oh yes, we need to go to the race details, give it a title, test race. Give it a description, test race description. And give it a photo, because I don't know why it needs another photo other than the lobby camera. But anyways, yes, let's just take a picture of the same thing. So now we've done that, we now need to test the race to make sure it's valid, because if a race is incompletable, it can't be published to Rockstar. So we need to do a couple laps of our track that we've just created, going under the tunnel here, around the corner. I must add that this car is quite the drifter, it slides all over the place. Alright, so now we've done 2 laps of our created race. We've now fulfilled all of the criteria to make a valid race that we can now publish if we ever wanted to Rockstar Social Club. But one thing I must add is if you start editing the race in any way, like moving around the checkpoints, adding props, etc., you will have to retest the track, because otherwise it won't be valid anymore. So you can ideally save the track, give it a name and all that stuff, work on it later, or you can publish to Rockstar Social Club. But I'm not really going to publish this one because it's kind of a rubbish track. I don't think anyone would really want to play it. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you out, and if it did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Pyrerealm Gaming channel for loads more GTA Online guides coming to you very soon. See you around!